If you've been feeling a little stuck, wanting to let go of something in your life and are not sure how to do that, or you're ushering some new energy into your life, then you're gonna love the special guidance from the Universe Tarot reading. If we haven't met before, my name is Francisca. I am the owner of Breathe, Connect, Thrive, a healing studio in Houston, Texas, where I help people release stuck and pent-up emotions through conscious connected breathing, replenish their mind, body, heart, and soul in restorative yoga, and get some clarity and perspective in personal self-discovery tarot readings. I do these services both in person and online. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for supporting me. It means more than I can say. So I love doing tarot readings. You probably already know that if you've been watching for a long time. But typically when I do these special guidance readings from the universe, I usually have one spread that I use throughout the whole reading, and I give you 3 readings to choose from. You're still gonna have 3 readings to choose from. However, I'm going to be using a different spin on each of the readings. So as I'm recording this, it is August 1st, and there is a full moon today, and there's also a full moon at the end of the month. So I felt like it was really important to do something on letting go, but know that you can watch this at any time if you need some guidance on getting unstuck, if you feel like you need to let go of something and you're not sure what that is or not sure how to do it, or you're ushering some new energy in. So I think that you can come back and listen to this reading at any time. But I also think that you might want to listen to all of the readings, because even though I'm asking the questions in the way that I'm asking them, sometimes we get these answers of things that we actually need to hear and we didn't even know we needed to ask that question. So I highly suggest that you listen to all of the readings, or you watch all of the readings. I am using different crystals for each of the reading. I am using green Aventurine heart. This is a beautiful puff heart that I've used to make some jewelry with before. So green Aventurine is really good for the heart chakra, also really good to help release any stuck emotions that you might be having. So getting unstuck for the first reading. For the next reading, I'll be using Amethyst, and this is again a heart, little puff heart, so cute. So Amethyst is also really good for the crown chakra, but also to help clear your energy. So this is a really good stone, I think, for using with the letting go tarot spread. And for the third reading, I am using Lapis Lazuli, really good for the crown chakra. And so we need to be connected to our higher selves when we're ushering this new energy in. So I thought this was really good to pair with the ushering new energy into the reading. Each of these readings have 5 cards, and if you're ready to get started, I am too. So timestamps always available in the description box below. Please keep in mind that these are general readings. So if something resonates, or if you'd like to go deeper into one of these readings, or if you just want to get a reading for yourself, you can click on the link in the description box below to book your reading for either in person or online. So getting unstuck tarot reading, I'm using the green Aventurine, which is a really great heart chakra stone. Also helps to give you strength, confidence, courage, and happiness and optimism when you need to push through and get unstuck in life. So I am using 5 cards for the reading. I'm starting off with the current energy. How can your focus best serve you this month? What is blocking you or keeping you stuck? How might you, oops, all of these cards. How might you get unstuck? And what is the guidance from the universe? Let's see, ooh. Okay. Okay, all of these cards, like, they're just like really speaking to me, but I love that at the beginning of your reading, middle of your reading, at end of the reading, you have major arcana cards. I feel like this is really a pivotal time for you to really get unstuck. So your current energy is on the wheel. So the Wheel of Fortune. Things can go either way. And that may be where you're thinking right now. It's like, I don't know which way to go. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen. And so I might as well just stay here, is the feeling that I'm getting. Like, I want to stay where I'm at because Otherwise, it might be hard. Like I might be dealing with all this dark energy if I go this way. So I might as well just stay here. But you're also missing out on all the good things that could be happening for you by getting unstuck. How can your focus best serve you? Know that you will reap the benefits of this work that you've been doing on yourself, for yourself. I'm trying to get that in focus, for yourself. This is the energy of independence. This is also the energy of sitting back and paying attention to the fruits of your labor. Like, you know, having done all of that work, having been grounded, having done the work of getting grounded, having done the work of building the foundation for yourself. Because the Nine of Pentacles didn't get to this independent, wealthy place on just sitting on her laurels. She got here because she was able to man up or woman up. She was able to put the work in. So often we want to get somewhere and we want to get there quick, but we can't get somewhere really quickly and have the results that are going to yield something that's substantially lasting, that's going to be lasting for a long time. Like when you take shortcuts. When you take shortcuts, you're gonna get there faster. This is true. However, like how sustainable is it? How sustainable is it for you to, take these quick shortcuts? So what I feel like the biggest message here is for how can your focus best serve you, is to focus on taking those building blocks, focus on taking those steps, those small steps that are going to really lead to that grounded place. Consistency and persistency. Persistency, is that a word? You have to be consistent, but you also have to be persistent. So you have to be consistent in your persistence. It's funny, like I'm like hearing consistent and persistent. So you have to be both. And consistency doesn't mean always doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like setting yourself up to keep going back to do the thing that is sustainable. So sustainability is really important for you, especially with getting unstuck. What is blocking you from being stuck, or what is blocking you from getting unstuck? The Justice card. Again, like I'm feeling like this feeling of duality with the wheel, the dark and the light, and here the Justice card, the shadow and the light. So I feel like what's blocking you is maybe this waiting for justice to happen, waiting for things to be right, waiting for other people to act right. Ooh, waiting for other people to act right. Your dependence on somebody else's actions isn't helping you at all. If you are depending on somebody else's action, if you're depending on somebody to apologize to you, if you're waiting for somebody to do the right thing, if you're waiting for an outcome, whether it's a legal outcome, an outcome of an action to happen in order for you to be okay, that's not going to work, because all change comes from within. We cannot not change anybody else, no matter how much we want it for other people. Who's to say that what somebody is going through isn't something that they need to go through? Like, who's to say that if they're going through something, that you're the one that's supposed to save them? If you're waiting to save somebody, or if you're waiting for somebody to change. Like, I feel like this is dependent on an outcome. Like, you're waiting for an outcome so that you can know, like, do I stay or do I go? You're waiting on an outcome to see, like, will this be financially viable? Will this be something that grounds me? Will this be something that's sustainable? You know? And when we do that, it really causes this friction. And this friction this is how you're going to get unstuck, is to stay out of it. Stay out of the scuffles. Stay out of the fights that aren't yours to begin with. Stay out of that competition. Stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane, because this is what is going to help you move from that place of being stuck. You're waiting for something to happen so that you can take your next step. But if everybody is going at each other and everybody is like kind of competing against each other, no one is listening to anybody here, but you're waiting for this to happen. This is not going to help you. Yes, the outcome is The outcome will make a difference. However, what you do with that outcome is different. So all of these people could have the same outcome, but what are they going to do with it? Like, each one has their own path. This person's falling down. This person's still trying to climb up. This person's trying to go that way. This other person's trying to go up. This other person's trying to go up. Everybody's trying to get to the same place of ease and grace and love and peace and compassion, but everybody's going about it a different way, and you have to go about it a different way too, because that is where the confidence and courage comes in. Because the guidance from source for you in order to get unstuck is to listen and be your own guru. Make your own way. Make your own way to the light. Like, there are systems that have been set up in place. So the Hierophant, all about structures and systems and organization. So like religious organizations or government structures or organized things. And so these things that are organized have a hierarchy, right? And that hierarchy, like, you have to cut through the red tape. You have to go through and jump through hoops to get there. But I feel like, especially with this card in the Chris Ann deck, it asks you to be your own guru, to find the light within yourself. Really find the light inside of yourself so you can figure out the best way to get unstuck. There are steps that are already laid out. These steps already laid out. All these steps are laid out. It's up to you to decide to take that chance to move forward. What's keeping you unstuck, or what's keeping you stuck, and what's going to help you get unstuck? Again, not waiting on the outcome, staying out of the bullshit, staying out of the crap that is not yours to begin with. Even if it feels like it's yours, like, then decide, like, what of it is actually your responsibility. If you feel like you owe somebody something, or somebody owes you something, how can you take ownership of just your part? When we start taking ownership of what belongs to us and what is ours, the things that we can actually do, that's when things actually start moving forward. You leave the rest up to luck. Everybody gets what they deserve in the end. Like, you really can't take all these shortcuts and go these fast ways without it catching up to you. It just is, that is the wheel of fortune. That is the wheel of fortune. Like, things catch up to you after a while. If you've been doing something that is unsustainable, it's going to catch up to you. Your body's going to ask you to slow down. And so make the choice to decide that you don't need the outcome to be what helps you keep this feeling of stability and independence. That you don't need to wait for luck to happen, that you can decide which way you want to go. Because when you take one step, the universe is going to take 5 steps on your behalf. You can stay stuck if you want, but I have a feeling if you're listening to this or watching this that you don't want to be stuck. So make the moves towards the things that you really want. Really envision what it is that your future self looks like. Know that there's going to be hurdles, but know that you can stay out of it. And know, or rise above it even. And know that by rising above it, by choosing your own path, you really are lighting the way for yourself in a way to help you get unstuck. To really listen to your heart. Really listen to your heart and have the courage to listen to your heart. Because a lot of people will listen to what everybody else is saying or what all the circumstances are, but have a really hard time tuning into their heart. And even if you do hear your heart, sometimes people don't have the courage to stick with the conviction of what your heart is telling you. So what is your heart really telling you? And what is it that you really want? And really think about that. Not with anybody else, not what you want for other people. What do you want? What is it that is going to make you feel good? Really listen to that. What is it that's going to make you feel good without harming anybody else? Really take that into consideration, because you can be your own light and you can really find that way to help you get unstuck. So that is the reading for the green Aventurine. So on to the amethyst reading. So amethyst, again, is a beautiful stone for the third eye chakra. This is a really great stone for clarity, calming, and connection. And so this is the letting go reading. So we're going to do 5 cards with this reading. And first card is, what is your current energy? Oh, I got 2 cards. I'm going to keep those. Second card is, how can your focus best serve you? Third card is, how can you let go of this thing that you need to let go of? Fourth card is, what will help you let go? So how can you let go and what will help you? I know it sounds redundant, but I feel like this is necessary for this reading. And the final card is, what is the guidance from Spirit for you? No wonder I got 2 cards. Okay. Ooh. So in this reading too, now we have a major arcana, but straight in the middle of the reading. So again, this is a pivotal thing. Your current energy, it's vacillating. It's vacillating. So I pulled 2 cards. This was the card on the top, and this was the card underneath it that came with it. And before looking at them, I just decided to keep them because I feel like Spirit really wanted this to happen. So there's a vacillation in your current energy between boredom and feeling overwhelmed. Boredom, feeling like you've got too much on your plate. Boredom, when's it going to come and when's it going to come? So the similarities in this is, when is it going to come? When am I going to get the thing that I want to get? When is my thing coming? So that is the current energy. The current energy is, it feels like there's that energy of like, when is I just keep getting this heavy feeling of, when is it going to come? Why isn't it here? Where is my stuff? How come everybody else has this stuff and I want my stuff, and why does everybody else have it? And then feeling like there's just way too much on your plate. And also feeling like you want to give up, maybe even a little bit. But there's this conviction that you know that you're almost there, especially with this 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands to me is always like a don't give up card, but that you're also almost there, that you're carrying everything so heavily. I'm trying to see if I can get that in focus. But here, she has already come over that mountain. She has already like climbed this mountain. She's on her way down. She's really close to being home. And sometimes when we feel like we're right at the cusp of something, it feels like it is going to take forever. And you may have actually been in this situation where it feels like it already has been forever. You've been waiting for your thing. You've been waiting for your cup to be full. And it's just like you can't see all the things that you really already have in front of you. I don't feel like this is a spoiled brat, more like it feels like you may have been handed stuff that you didn't actually want. Like, it's more like, I didn't ask for that. Like, this is coming in a different form than what I asked for. And it's okay to send things back to the universe. But we also need to be grateful for what we have while we're doing that. Because if we keep sending things back without saying thank you, the universe is going to be like, I don't want to give this to you. But I don't feel like the universe does that. Like, I feel like we do that to ourselves. Maybe we're doing the back and forth thing, and maybe you may be doing the back and forth thing where it feels like that's not how I wanted it and I want something different. So current energy is on letting go of that, feeling like you have to do it all on your own, that it's too much, and that you're bored. So how can your focus best serve you? The Ace of Cups. So your focus can best serve you by really digging back into your heart's desire. Really dig back into the feeling of how it feels when you have this thing that you've been wanting. How does that feel? How does the end result feel? Really get underneath that. Like, what does that feel like? Once you get underneath that and you really start paying attention, like maybe it's time to redo how you want to feel. So I was taught core desired feelings, and if you don't know what core desired feelings, this is what we use in the chakra balancing breathwork journey on week 3, I believe, which is the sacral chakra. We talk about what it will feel like when you get these things, and what is it that you actually want to feel. Your focus is going to best serve you by focusing on how you want to feel. How does this new beginning feel? How does it feel, this beginning of love, this beginning of intuition, this beginning of knowing? This beginning of feeling like home. How does this feel? Really focus on that. How can you let go? Death, rebirth. Really feel into the things that are changing. Things are changing at such a quick level and at a cellular level and at a level that you already know that this change is coming. There's this pivotal change. How can you let go? Really lean into the rebirth. Really lean into the rebirth. Really lean into the things that you're ready to release. Like, what are those things? Really list them out. What are the things that you're ready to let go of? And why? And what's on the opposite side of that? That is the rebirth. What is rising from the ashes for you? What is that thing that is really helping you rise from the ashes? What is it that's beyond that veil? What is it that's beyond the cloak of what you currently have? Really find that for yourself. Find what's beyond that. Find where you can find the transitions. Find. Like, there's so much finding. How can you let go is to really lean into the rebirth. Don't lean into the death. Lean into the rebirth. Lean into what is on the other side of that. What is on the edge of that transition? What is on the edge of the evolution? What is that ever expanding feeling feel like? Again, like there's this feelings, right? How? So first one was how. This is what. What will help you let go? I love it because really lean into what is the actual logical way to do that. Like, sometimes we really get stuck in the spiritual, right? We can do all this meditation, we can do all this visualization, but I heard something the other day and it really stuck with me. You get stuck in your transitional stuff because you're not testing it. So we're all up here in the heart and the head, in the heart and in the head. So in the head and in the heart, right? We're all up here, but we're not really down here to what's actually logical. And I know that this is in the head, but sometimes we do need to analyze things. We need to really see what is the next logical step. Keep that cup of intuition, keep that cup of love still available to you. You can still have these energies here. They can really work together. Let these energies work together. How do you want it to feel? And how does it look? Like, logically, how does it logically look? Really listen to your wise self, that little owl. Listen to your wise self. We can all day imagine what things will look like, but we still have to take the action. And in order to take action, we have to plan the steps out. Now, some people can go out there and just do things willy-nilly, but I feel like if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, this is something that you really want, plan your steps out. If this, then that. Guidance from Spirit. Do not give up. You're so close. I love that we started off with the 4 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, and then you're ending your reading with the 9 of Wands. So I feel like this is like you're almost there. Don't give up. This is your kind of last stand. And it feels like a lot of things are riding on this. But in order to let go of stuff, you have to really understand what's holding you down. What could you be doing with this energy otherwise? This energy that you're using to hold on so tightly, what else could you do with that energy? Where could that energy be used? Really allow yourself to shift and transmute where the energy, and use the energy as that rebirth. The things that are dying away, use those as fuel to move forward instead of holding on to things, because Source is really saying that you have the capacity to do that. You have the capacity to feel this beginning of love. You have the capacity to transform. You have the capacity to think analytically, and you do have it within yourself to keep going. So keep going. And if you need help releasing and letting go, then the mini conscious breath connection course is what you've been looking for. This mini conscious breath connection course is a small course. It is very helpful for you to release stuff. It's got the descansos process in there. It's got the goodbye letter in there. It's got the cord cutting breath work in there, as well as some other breath work audios and videos for you to really release and let go of stuff. So link is in the description box below, but there's also a coupon down there too. On to the Lapis Lazuli reading. So Lapis Lazuli is a really beautiful stone for the crown chakra. Really great to help with wisdom and courage and strength and truth. All of the things that you need to usher in new energy. So we are pulling 5 cards for this reading. We are asking, what is your current energy? How can your focus best serve you? What new energy is coming into your life? How can you help usher that new energy into your life? And what is the guidance from Source? Ooh, Okay, I think that there's a reason that this courage is needed, especially because your focus, how can your focus best serve you, is on the devil. And I love that each of these readings had a major arcana card in there. And this guy does not want to get into focus. And I think that that is telling of a couple of things. One, my camera maybe could use better focus. But 2, like, what is it that you're focused on? Especially because this is in the focus position, like how can your focus best serve you? Instead of paying attention to what you're at the effect of, or what thing is holding you down, I feel like your energy can be best suited by really listening to the things that are the overs in your life. What is this overworking, overdoing, over exerting yourself? Where are you overexerting yourself? And where can you find a little bit of peace in that? And where can you kind of get yourself off the hook? Because this guy's like got you hooked in. And sometimes when we are in victim mode, if somebody would have done something different, then you're arguing with reality. So your focus can best serve you by really releasing the chains of this devil energy, this energy that's really holding you down and dragging you on, so that you can usher in these new things. Your current energy, you're trying to figure out like which way can I go? And it feels like there might even be this sense of, maybe making wishes for things that are grander than what is really available to you. It really takes a lot of courage to decide that you want something, one, and then to take the steps to really let that energy in and let yourself be someone who magnetizes that energy or attracts that energy, right? It also takes courage to go out and do the thing to get the thing, right? But it feels like there's so many ways that you could go about it. And right now it feels like you're like, do I do this? Do I do that? Like, where do I go to, like, there's so many ways to do this, and it feels like you're trying to figure it out. That may also be like why your focus is draining you, because it feels like there's like this kind of pulling of that energy. What new energy is coming in? This Page of Wands. This beautiful spirit, and I feel like this is a lot of solar plexus stuff. Like, this is some action that's going to take place on your part. This is some action-oriented thing. So this new thing that's coming in is going to help you feel really passionate, really activated, really like a newfound way of just diving into stuff, like new opportunities of things that really make you feel good. Again, the passionate things that are really driving you. It's like an explosion of energy. It's like an explosion of creative energy. It's like an explosion of inspiration. So this new inspiring feeling is coming through, inspiring you on all the things that you're passionate about, all the things that you really want, and all the things that you've been wanting. How can you help bring that in? You got the 10 of Cups. So really filling your cup first. When we fill our cup first, that is when other people can join in on our fun. Yes, sometimes we have an empty cup and somebody else has an empty cup and we're like, hey, we both have empty cups, you want to fill them together? And that can happen, that's true. However, sometimes really great things happen when you just let go. And so how can you usher this energy in? Really find more of this 10 of Cups energy. Really find more of this expansive energy. Really find more of this appreciative energy. Really find more of the things that make you feel good. When you find those things that make you feel good, then you can really bask in those and just really let go of the rest. Guidance from source. Is it fear and illusions of losing things? Is that what's holding you back? Because if it is, sometimes we can have this anxiety that's all made up in our head, and it can be really, really tough for us to kind of get on board with the reality of what's actually going on. Sometimes we make so many problems and we hold on to the worry, but what would it feel like if you just let go of the worry? That can be really scary when you're so used to having the anxiety, especially if you don't have the tools or the way to kind of let the anxiety go. I know it sounds trite for me to say that, but as someone who worries a lot about things and people and how things will work out, I also know that it is possible to release the worry. There's a process that you can use, and I feel like Source is asking you to use this process in order to usher in all those good things. We often worry about things that haven't yet happened. So you can ask yourself, is this worry real? Like, is this something that I can do something about right now? So that's two questions that I asked. So the first question is this worry real? Like, is this a real worry right now? Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no. Most often the answer is no. Like, has this really happened? Is this something that I'm really in danger of? If it is, then can I do something about it right now? If you can, then do something about it. But if you can't, then we're holding on to something that is taking up all of our energy. Again, where is this energy useful in your life? Like, what is this energy of worrying taking up in order for you to usher in the new things? And I feel like the energy is taking up the space of this newfound inspiration, this newfound love that you can have, this feeling of being just in a really great place. So find that way to do whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself in that place of inspiration, in that place of love, because that is what you're ushering in. That is the energy that you're ushering in. So that is the reading for the Lapis Lazuli. I hope that these readings resonated for you. I really love making these videos on breathwork and tarot and things to help you clear your energy. If you want to work with me one-on-one, click on the link in the description box below so that you can get more information on that. As always, I hope these readings resonate for you. If they did, be sure to leave a message below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.